Cardi B turned the streets of Washington Heights into her own stage this past weekend, proving yet again why she's one of the most unpredictable, magnetic, and entertaining performers in the game right now. What started as a simple pop-up event at a neighborhood bodega quickly turned into a full-on block party, the kind that New York City does better than anywhere else, with fans spilling out onto the sidewalks and into the streets just to get a glimpse of the superstar. The air was buzzing with excitement long before Cardi even showed up. Word had traveled fast through the neighborhood that she was coming, and by the time her team rolled up, hundreds of people were already crammed outside the corner store, phones out, chanting her name. It wasn't just Cardi's die-hard Barty gang in attendance. There were locals from the neighborhood who had popped out just to see what all the noise was about. Parents with kids perched on their shoulders, and teenagers screaming with excitement because, let's face it, it's not every day a Grammy-winning rapper pulls up to your block. When Cardi finally arrived, the energy spiked into overdrive. The crowd erupted into screams, the kind of cheers that make your ears ring. And within moments, she had everyone's full attention. She wasn't just there to wave hello or smile for a quick photo op. She came ready to give the people a show. Dressed in a gray sweater that hugged her figure and a blue knee-high skirt that added a pop of color against the backdrop of black cars and city pavement, Cardi climbed onto the roof of a black SUV like it was the most natural thing in the world. And that's when the party really started. With music blasting from somewhere, whether it was a nearby speaker or just the soundtrack in everyone's heads, Cardi dropped it low, threw it back, and reminded everyone why she's not just a rapper but a performer in the truest sense of the word. The SUV practically became a stage as she moved to the beat, hyping up the crowd, grinning, laughing, and clearly enjoying every second of it. Phones were out, flashes were going off nonstop, and you could practically feel the internet breaking in real time as clips of Cardi's impromptu rooftop dance started hitting social media. She put her hands on her knees, arched her back, and twerked in a way only she can. That signature move that has become one of her trademarks ever since she first hit the scene. It was raw, unfiltered. It's Cardi B, the woman who came from the Bronx and built an empire by being authentically herself every few seconds. She'd flatten her skirt with one hand to keep things from getting too risky. A playful reminder that she's still in control of how much she wants to show, but the crowd didn't care. They were eating it up, screaming, cheering, and encouraging her to keep going. It felt less like a celebrity appearance and more like Cardi had just decided to crash a block party and turn it into a music video shoot, even as security tried to keep some order, guiding people back from the SUV and making sure no one got too close. The atmosphere stayed electric. It was pure New York, loud, chaotic, and full of life. Cardi knows exactly how to work a crowd, and she played into it, tossing her hair, smiling at fans, and even shouting a few words back at the sea of faces who were chanting her name. This moment wasn't just about twerking on a car. It was about connecting with the people who've been riding with her since day one. Cardi has always been open about where she came from, about how the streets and the people of New York shaped her. And here she was, standing above a cheering crowd in one of the city's most vibrant neighborhoods, giving them a moment they'd never forget. And this was just one part of her busy weekend. Less than 24 hours before, she had been in a completely different setting, walking into a New York Fashion Week event with her daughter Culture by her side. The two were dressed in matching fur ensembles, making for one of those viral mother-daughter moments that fans can't get enough of. Cardi looked glamorous, her outfit carefully curated, her hair and makeup on point, the picture of high fashion. Culture, meanwhile, was the perfect mini-me, stealing hearts and flashing smiles as cameras snapped away. That's the thing about Cardi. She can go from the fashion world's most exclusive front row to standing on top of a car in the middle of Washington Heights without missing a beat. She embodies that duality, the superstar who can rub elbows with designers and models one night and then show up in the middle of the city the next day just to have fun with her fans. For Cardi, this weekend seemed to capture everything she's about. She was a mother taking her daughter to share in an important moment during Fashion Week. exposing her to the glitz and glamour of the industry. Then she was a performer, turning an ordinary afternoon into a moment of joy and chaos for hundreds of fans. And through it all, she was unapologetically Cardi B, bold, loud, funny, and full of life. Fans online were quick to react to the clips that surfaced from the bodega event. Some joked that Cardi had just invented a new kind of pop-up, part mead can greet, part live show, part viral content. Others marveled at how she continues to connect with her community, pointing out that not every celebrity would take the risk of getting up on top of a car in the middle of a crowd like that. But that's exactly why people love her, because she doesn't just stay behind the velvet ropes. This was more than just a publicity stunt. It was a moment of authenticity, a reminder that Cardi B has never forgotten where she came from and that, despite all the fame, money, and industry accolades, she still knows how to have fun. You could see it in her smile as she danced, in the way she laughed as the crowd roared, in the way she made sure to give people something worth remembering. Cardi B has had her fair share of critics over the years, but moments like this make it hard not to appreciate her unique place in pop culture. She's someone who refuses to be put into a box, who can headline music festivals, sit in the front row at couture shows, star in blockbuster collaborations, and still make time to climb on top of a car and dance for fans in a neighborhood bodega parking lot. The fact that she did all this while balancing her responsibilities as a mother makes it even more impressive. It's not easy to navigate both worlds, but Cardi seems to thrive on the challenge. One night she's holding culture's hand at a fashion show, making memories that her daughter will one day look back on with pride. And the next day she's showing the world that motherhood hasn't slowed her down. If anything, it's given her more reasons to keep pushing, keep performing, keep living out loud. When the pop-up finally wrapped and Cardi climbed down from the SUV, the crowd was still buzzing. People were smiling, laughing, replaying the moment over and over on their phones, already sending clips to friends and uploading them online, for those lucky enough to be there. It was one of those rare moments when celebrity and community collide in the best possible way. When the barrier between star and fan disappears for just a little while and everyone gets to share in something special. It might have been just another weekend in New York City, but for those who were there, it was unforgettable. Cardi B turned an ordinary Saturday afternoon into a celebration of music, of culture, of connection, and she did it in the most Cardi way possible. Loud, proud, and completely unbothered by what anyone might think. And if there's one thing that's clear after this weekend, it's that Cardi is still working, as she likes to say, both in her career and in her life. She's showing up for her fans, showing up for her daughter, and reminding the world why she's one of the most talked about and watched artists of her generation. If this weekend was any indication, she's just getting started.